I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask the Britney question. And so...
What question is that?
Okay. What do you think is going on with Britney?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I haven't spoken to her in years.
Really?
In the early 2000s, there were plenty of celebrity power couples that caught the eyes of many. However, none was as iconic as the relationship between Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears. Of course, this relationship took place during the time where Britney Spears was considered the unchallenged queen of pop, while Justin was the frontman of the boy band that caused hearts to throb around the nation, NSYNC. It has been almost 2 decades since they broke up, and during all that time, Justin Timberlake ensured to portray himself as a victim, while letting all the backlash fall upon the shoulders of Britney Spears herself. However, because of the light that was shed by the new documentary Framing Britney Spears, it has revealed to the masses exactly how big of a snake Justin has been for all these years, and how he's treated the loved ones of his life in the past. Today, we are here to cover exactly how Justin Timberlake proceeded to ruin Britney Spears and go forward with his own career. Before we get into it, do me a favor and smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button for notifications whenever a new video is published. Without further ado, let us dive right into the video. Let's cover the story from the very beginning. During the 2000s, Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake were the hottest new additions into the world of pop, in the eyes of the world. However, the two had the pleasure to meet each other for the first time in the Mickey Mouse Club TV show in 1992. Of course, it didn't take long for love to blossom, as they started to date in 1999. Then, 3 years later, it ensured that Justin and Britney's relationship was known by all. After all, due to their musical careers, they were both considered pop royalty at the time. This meant that their every move was recorded by the bane of any celebrity that wants to live a normal life, the paparazzi. January 2001 had us mesmerized as the couple sported a look that ended up being era-defining and iconic for years to come, as the two ended up dressing up in head-to-toe in matching denim outfits. It is so era-defining that this singular moment was considered the embodiment of 90s fashion to this day. This couple had another iconic moment as they went ahead and performed together at the MTV-produced halftime show, the 35th Super Bowl, leaving behind another decade-defining moment for us all. During the live performance, it was clear as rain for anybody that she was head over heels in love. During an interview with The Observer in September 2001, she ended up letting her heart out as she practically gushed about Justin Timberlake, even calling him her everything. She noted, "I'm not ashamed at all to say that I love him from the bottom of my heart. As far as love is concerned, with him, too much is not enough. He's everything." Of course, unbeknownst to the public, trouble was taking place behind the scenes, and a few months went by. On March 2002, the public was shocked as the news came out that Justin and Britney had broken up. As it came to light, Justin did not skip a beat as he immediately called himself a victim in this scenario. He went ahead and decided to call her out at every tabloid meeting, creating the narrative that Britney had cheated on him. One of Justin's most iconic interviews happened during 2003 with Barbara Walter, as Justin ended up playing his part as the victim perfectly. He ended up creating a narrative where he was nice in all aspects, and that Britney ended up taking advantage of that. He also cryptically told Barbara that he had promised Britney that he would never reveal the real reason as to why they broke up. Of course, since Barbara was an interviewer, she probed for a bit, asking what he had meant by all that. Almost 2 seconds later, Justin immediately insinuated that the breakup was completely Britney's fault. In the very same interview, Justin attempted to look wholesome by claiming that he will not write any songs about Britney and their past relationship. However, in the same interview, when Barbara asked Justin to play something on the piano, he went ahead and sang an unreleased track named Horrible Woman. Not so subtle, are we there, Justin? By the end of the interview, it was clear to all that Justin wanted to portray himself as a self-adhering mama's boy from Tennessee. He wanted to portray himself as a person in the relationship that cried himself to sleep every night. In order to achieve his agenda, he even brought his own mother to the interview to make her talk about how heartbroken he was. Of course, there was one disgusting moment in the interview that irked fans from even back then. The moment when Justin talked about Britney's quote about wanting to wait until marriage before sexual intercourse. Barbara questioned Justin, asking if he and Britney ended up honoring the wish Britney had during the time of the quote. In response, Justin clearly replied in a sarcastic manner, saying, "Sure," before bursting into laughter. Even during this time period, it was clear to the fandom that Justin was simply milking the situation for all it's worth. One particular fan pointed this out in a YouTube thread 5 years ago, as he said, "Justin sure knew how to act innocent. He would have said to the interviewer that he did not want Britney questions, but he went with it, knowing that it would give him attention." The fan went on, People can say Britney cheated, they can say what they want, but if Justin truly loved Britney, he would have taken the high road. Justin and Britney were no saints. However, no woman deserves to be ridiculed around the nation by her ex. Justin was the biggest jerk to her. Of course, Justin did not let go of this whole shtick. It all boiled down to September 2002, when he released a music video for his Timberland-produced song, Cry Me a River. It was clear that Justin is a man that cannot easily go back on his word. After he claimed to Barbara that he will not release any songs about Britney, he went ahead and made a music video that practically let the world know that Britney was cheating on him. Even if he did not mention Britney by name, it had lines that are pretty self-explanatory, like, "You don't have to say what you did. I already know. I found out from him." Another line that is noteworthy is, "The bridges were burned, now it's your turn to cry." Just hearing the song once is enough for anybody to connect the dots. There were other traits in the music video that made it more obvious that Justin was pushing his narrative pretty hard within his music video. The video also featured a Britney lookalike. The video has the blonde woman meeting another man as Justin secretly spies at them from the car. Justin is then seen following the woman into the house as he digs through all the drawers looking for a camera. Then, from out of nowhere, a female accomplice of Justin joins him as she starts kissing Justin while he filmed this whole thing. The video's ending has Justin leaving the house with a satisfied look on his face, and the Britney lookalike model is seen walking into the room with a towel, as a tape of Justin being kissed by another woman was playing on repeat on the TV. Of course, this was not just some emotional reaction from Justin to deal with the pain, as he spent the latter part of his career riding on the hype of his breakup with Britney Spears, even as years passed from the incident. Another good example of this is Justin releasing another ballad in 2006 named What Goes Around Comes Around. Critics ended up describing this record as a sequel to Cry Me a River, instantly connecting the two and bringing the breakup back into the spotlight. In Justin's autobiography, Hindsight, he ended up elaborating on the writing process of Cry Me a River, claiming that he was angry as it only took him 2 hours to write the song. He elaborated, "I've been scorned, I've been pissed off. The feelings I had were so strong, I had to write it. I translated my feelings into a form where people could listen and hopefully relate to it. People heard me and they understood it because we have all been there." However, on the other end of the spectrum, Britney Spears was just 21 years old when the video came out. And unlike Justin, she decided to be the bigger person in the situation and not have a public outcry regarding this. When an interviewer asked Britney how she felt after seeing Justin's music video, she spoke, "I think everyone has a side of their story to make them feel a certain way. I'm not technically saying he is wrong. I'm not technically saying he is right either. I was upset for a while. I think we were both really young." Of course, big fans of Britney could easily see through her pain, as they had some harsh words for Justin. When the New York Times documentary, Framing Britney Spears, came out on February 5th, 2021, fans got together on social media to express how disgusting Justin Timberlake's Cry Me a River music video really was. One fan claimed that it was the perfect example of the male gaze. The documentary took the time to showcase how much scrutiny from the media that she had to endure, while Justin ended up using the emotional nature of the drama to essentially amplify his career by releasing songs that essentially antagonized her even further. Wesley Morris, a well-known New York Times critic, had this to say: "The way people treated her, to be very high school about it, was like Britney was the school slut and he was the quarterback." In February 12, 2021, the pressure from fans grew to such a high level that Justin released an apology on his Instagram where he claims that he finally acknowledged his mistakes. We've reached the end of the video. What did you think? Do you think that Justin is truly sorry for what he's done? Did you watch Framing Britney Spears yet? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more notifications on our future content. With all that being said, see you in the next video.